Oh my God, yes. The buttons work again.
Yes.
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 Yes. The podcast is starting. Oh my God. Welcome to the Zero Notifications podcast. I am ZombiUnicorn, also known as Natalie Casanova. I said that backwards. And this is...
I'm IanMMori, also known as IanMMori.
Oh boy. Hey everybody. We're actually going to do a shorter episode today. We're going to talk about the big wide world of online dating and the news
much fun.
and the research that we have discovered recently.
We did a lot of discovery.
I did it. No, we always.
I did it.
Well, we talk about this stuff often. Well, you know, we talk about this stuff often. You know, your girl is single, but I date. You know, here and there. I go on dates. Let's put it that way. All right.
I don't.
Yeah.
At all.
Well.
Ever.
Well, we still talk about it though. We still talk about, you know, love and relationships and life a lot because that's what best friends do. Oh my God.
We talk about stuff.
Yeah, we do. We talk about stuff like that. So we have some new interesting information that was like about online dating because honestly it's such a struggle in LA where I live, and it is always really interesting to find out like research and data about what's happening and like what works and what isn't working, and like just basically all kinds of stuff to do with that. Because apparently in today's, you know, in this day and age, 40% of heterosexual couples and 60% of same-sex couples in the United States began dating online.
Yeah,
that's where they started.
It's something as opposed to like what you're usually used to before online dating was a thing. A lot of people were meeting friends or meeting people through friends, meeting people at the bar, meeting people in public circles, such as I work with you, or, you know, we go to school together or something like that. And we don't have, it just seems like we don't have that capability anymore. And when you get to a certain age, it's really hard to meet people. So I guess it made sense for online dating to become a thing ever since, like, you know, the internet. Like eHeart. What was it like? I can't even think of like the first dating apps I've ever seen. It was like,
I think
like
the first dating apps were not even intentionally supposed to be dating apps. Like, do you remember the website Hot or Not?
Yeah.
Or Face the Jury. Do you remember Face the Jury?
Yeah, where you would put your picture up on there
and people would rate it.
Yeah, and judge you, like,
and
harshly.
Literally judge you. And it was like, you would try to put your hottest picture up there so you'd be like judged high, and then you would be like more popular and whatever. And people could like, I think people could message you. I remember like meeting a pen pal guy like off of there a long time ago. I was like early teenager, probably like 15 or something like that. And this was like, that's like people would meet on there. I'm sure there's something before this, but you know, I was, you know, young then, so if I was trying to date anybody before then, that would be pretty weird, right? Especially online.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it's like online dating was before those organized websites where you actually signed up for things. I was doing chat rooms. That was my thing, was that you would go on like the anonymous chat rooms, make like a username or something like that. And these were the chat rooms that you would make that didn't have, an account that you would set up. You just pick a random name and you could be somebody else completely different the next day or the day after that, just some different name. And I actually got a pen pal out of that, like a girl that was like interested in talking to me like constantly. We talk all through like middle school and high school. This was in like middle school I was talking to her, and I was like, I didn't know if she was actually a girl. I didn't know if she was like a certain age. It could have been lies, who knows? But it was just one of those things where I was in a chat room and I was trying to meet people through that. And then I started like finding girls to date on websites that aren't even made for dating. Like my first online date was from DeviantArt, of all things.
Really?
I met a girl on
DeviantArt?
On DeviantArt.
Wow.
Like I was a writer on DeviantArt and she was a photographer. And I commented on one of her posts and I said, you know, this really inspires me. I want to write something about it. And she's like, okay. And so I started writing stuff, and then I would tag her and it's like we dated for like a year. And now we're still best friends to this day. We found out that we live really close together, of all places. Like she was just down the street from me, and now she like lives maybe like a town away from me right now. And like we're still friends to this day. So it's like she's one of my closest friends. And it's like, yeah, first date I ever went on from the internet was on DeviantArt. So of all things, 2002. Wow, that's a long time ago now. It's almost 18 years ago.
Oh my God. We're really dating ourselves here.
18 years ago. Wow.
Yeah, but so now it's really popular for people to use dating apps of all kinds. According to the research, as far as last year's research, like that's the most updated data we could find, was Tinder is the most popular.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Isn't it like 8 million users?
Yeah, 8.2 million users use it. And then the next one after that's Plenty of Fish.
Which I have never used and never had any interest in using for some reason. It just sounds stupid to me. I'm sorry, Plenty of Fish.
Yeah.
It just sounds like, I'm gonna go play Go Fish and sing Old MacDonald. Like, it doesn't sound like good.
I mean, like, what have you downloaded or looked at it?
I've never used it. Never. I've seen like screen caps of it from like old screen caps of it. Nothing like recently.
Maybe it's really good. I don't know.
Probably cool now. I'm just talking shit. Oh.
Yeah.
So
and then after that, Match.com, OkCupid, Grindr, and Bumble. And I have like a couple friends that use Bumble. Match.com, that's been around for quite a while now. OkCupid was always I thought it was always a hookup site, like
I never thought OkCupid was a hookup site. I always thought it was more for dating, and I always thought Tinder was more for hookups.
Yeah.
And that's weird that these different dating apps always have like the connotations between them. Like Grindr is like notoriously for, like gay hookups, and so Tinder's like all kinds of hookups, whatever. Bumble actually has different modes. They have business mode and they have BFF mode, so you can like find friends and also business connections, which is odd. I've never tried to use it, but I've looked at it and I've like searched through it, and I'm like, what do I even put here? Like, what? Like,
there's LinkedIn,
I know, like I'm trying to swipe left or right on somebody for business based on their looks. Like, what's going on?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I do have a friend that met somebody through LinkedIn, so I thought that was interesting.
Well, there you go, another dating.
Yeah, she was trying to hire people, and she ran into like this one dude's profile, and had a really impressive portfolio. But he was applying for
that's a good line.
Position.
You have a really impressive portfolio.
Yeah, it was really good, and so she was really. She was impressed by his experience and was like, "Hey, I'm not trying to hire you, but do I get like lunch one day?"
It sounds like you look incredible. That smile is amazing. Yeah, so some people meet in gaming and then some people meet on social media, and I don't know why guys send messages like this to me, but I'll get like messages. Oh, hold on. I'll get messages from random dudes on Instagram in my stories or like in my DMs, and they'll be like exactly like this. This is word for word one that I've gotten.
That smile is incredible. Wait, how did it go? What was it like? It was like, it was kind of like this. It was a little bit, it was like this. You look amazing. That smile is incredible. You deserve an 11-inch chocolate guy in your life, keeping you satisfied in every way possible. We should go out for dinner sometime. I'm Kendall, by the way.
Like, why? Kendall, by the way, at the end of the message. That doesn't work. At least for me, doesn't work. None of that worked.
Kendall, by the way.
It's honestly just become a meme in my channel, and it's kind of ridiculous. But I don't know. What were some of the other things that you found from this research about the types of the profile? What was it again about the profiles?
Yeah, profiles. There was a lot of things that people researched and found, at least in terms of patterns. In terms of a personal goal for people, specifically for the reason why they're on the dating app, because some dating apps, you have to put that there, like why you go on there. 48% of people, what are you interested in? 48% of people said for fun. Like, I have to do air quotes.
Just for fun.
Yeah, it's just for fun. Like you could be on there just as a joke, just to see what's going on, not really sure what a dating app's for. or you could be there for fun with other people, fun in like you don't want to be really descriptive in what it is. So
you could literally just like swipe on people and then talk to them and then never meet them and never have any intention of going on dates. And that's
it was
quote
just
unquote
majorly socialization,
fun.
right?
Yeah. Socialization.
Fun, right? Right under that was to find friends. So if you wanted to find friends on Tinder, I guess could be a thing. Bumble, sure.
Because they have that mode,
Find a partner, like someone that you actually could start a relationship with, was only 19%. And surprisingly enough, sex was only 13%.
Yeah.
Specifically just for sex.
I feel like a lot of the people in the fun category are also maybe talking about sex. Yeah,
looking for that sort of thing. And it was very interesting to see like a lot of the weird statistics as well too. It's like they were doing an analysis of like profile pictures, just profile pictures on dating apps, and just trying to see how many patterns people followed. So the average height of a man is usually 5'8". So, sorry.
I had
like
guessed
outliers.
5'10" and it was 5'8". I was pretty close,
5'8".
but I sure as hell knew it wasn't 6 foot, even though like that's what. Oh my God. Have you seen profiles of girls who are like, don't talk to me if you're not above 6 feet? Like,
I mean, I see it all the time on TikTok. So it's just
really?
all like, if you like guys that are only this height, like I can only date a dude that's this height. Come on, seriously. Like, is that
that's my type? That's my type.
Yeah, that song. Oh my God. Ridiculous.
Yeah, no,
average height for women is 5'5". So
yeah. So technically I'm a tall girl according to the dating sites. I'm not. I'm like 5'6", 5'7". So
yeah. Average age is 25. What else? Favorite travel destinations?
Not
go on.
Not Hawaii.
Not Hawaii. You said Hawaii. I was just all like, I was saying things earlier to Natalie, and I was just like, where do you think people are saying where they want to travel to, right? And she's like, Hawaii. And I'm like, okay, Hawaii. All right, fine, fair enough. Number one is the Eiffel Tower.
Which is super lame. Not that the Eiffel Tower is lame, but it's so generic and basic.
Yeah. Let's go to France.
Like, let's go to the most romantic structure that people take pictures of in front of in the world and like totally fall in love. Like, come on, that's so obvious.
Like, Golden Gate Bridge comes after that.
Golden Gate Briggy? Really?
Yeah.
That's a high suicide rate area.
Yeah, and it's like, why would you want to like?
They're like done with the dating app, and that's why they want to go. They're like sick and tired of it. And they're like, you know what? I want to go to the Golden Gate Bridge now. I wanted to go to the Eiffel Tower. I wanted to fall in love and be all romantical. And then, you know what? Now let's go to the Golden Bridge instead. End it all. Wow. Jesus.
Grand Canyon was third. Chicago was fourth, and the Coliseum was fifth. I wouldn't go to any of these places, honestly. Like, I've been to Chicago, I've been to the Grand Canyon, and the Golden Gate Bridge. They're not really that romantic, are they?
No,
they're just really picturesque and nice. Like,
I've never been to the Grand Canyon, but I've only been through Chicago once or twice. But
yeah, that place is scary now.
But isn't the Chicago the city of brotherly love, or am I thinking of something else? Brotherly love. What city is that? Is it Chicago?
Probably Boston. I don't know.
Maybe it's a windy. Is it the Windy City? Is that what I'm thinking? Never mind. I'm wrong.
It is the Windy City.
Okay, I'm wrong then. Forget me.
One of the fun statistics here is who wants sex and who wants to marry.
Ooh.
And it's not what you would think.
I thought it was gonna obviously be men that wanted sex more, right?
Yeah, it's the other way around. It's 55%. That want to marry are men, and 54% of people who want to just be on these apps want to have sex are women. And okay, fair enough.
I'm not on the apps to have sex, but I'm a very hypersexual person. But that's weird because like the way that I choose to use online dating is for the opposite of like what I feel like a person of my like sex drive or sex orientation would do.
Yeah.
I'm not like other girls. No, I'm just kidding. No. I just feel like it's weird because you would think that it would line up with that. Like I would be using it for that, but I don't.
Right.
Yeah.
And then just one throwaway statistic. Pictures of or with hedgehogs are usually 77% female in terms of the profile.
Oh,
Hedgehogs.
yeah, hedgehogs. Those are cute.
I don't know why that popped up. But
Those
yeah,
always
that's-
work.
that
What
was
were
one
some of the
them.
other weird? Wasn't there one about photos with fish? Like a lot of men have photos with fish.
Yeah.
I've never
90%
seen one.
90% of photos with fish are men. And
Well, yeah.
it's like and the age range that you have with that is usually between 34 to 54. So it's like, I don't know how, like, look what I caught is like a big draw for women. Like, oh, I like being outdoorsy. I like being outside a lot. I have a boat, okay, fine, whatever. I like to go fishing. All right, that's something, like you like a quiet kind of like relaxed time with some beer and like, you like to hang out and stuff. But why is it always a picture of what you caught? Like, I don't really understand.
It's the
like,
I mean, I don't fish, so I wouldn't really know, but I feel like it's like that's their reward, that's
Right?
like their
Yeah.
trophy.
Yeah. I
That's-
just sat around and waited till something bit my hook, and this is what I'm proud of
And that's what
patience,
they're
I
doing
guess.
on like Tinder and stuff. They like sit around until someone bites their hook. And that's why they put the fish on there. They're like, look at, this is my prize. Maybe you could be my next one that I hold up.
That was a really
Put on my
clever segue.
mantle.
No, don't do that. That's don't put a
That
woman
sounds
on your mantle.
terrifying. Oh man,
It's really high up.
Oh man, you know what? And that's another thing about online dating. I think it used to have such a scary connotation to it. Like people were scared of meeting up with people and then getting kidnapped, raped, murdered, etc. And I don't doubt that still goes on. I don't know the statistics on that, but it's terrifying. And I think that the more like common online dating has become, the more people use it, the less people are afraid of using it. And for that to happen, there are still cases like I for the longest time never told my mom or my dad that I met somebody that I was dating off of a dating app. We would come up with something else to tell them. Be like, oh yeah, we met through mutual friends. Yeah. Because my parents were always super apprehensive about it, and they never really told me why. And then I found out as an adult that a close family friend was actually met somebody on an older dating app a long time ago when I was younger, or like dating site, I should say. And she disappeared, and it was because of this person.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and then she passed. It's really sad and crazy, and I had no idea that's why my parents were so like scared of it and like apprehensive and like did not want me to do that at all. And now
Right.
like all these years later, it makes total sense. But I've always been very safe. It's always like a good thing to put out there. If you guys are using dating apps, be sure to be safe. Make sure you have make sure you
definitely.
tell somebody you're going on a date with, like, hey, by the way, if I don't text you tomorrow or something like that, call the cops. Haha. It's a little a little spooky, but I mean, there are people who probably do that out there. I don't think it's as many as,
It used to be.
yeah, but
Yeah.
because he's probably used like easier slim pickings, like there's no report system and all that. Like now if you're on Tinder and somebody's like not the person that they say they are, or they're abusive or anything at all, then you can report them on Tinder. And I know that 3 strikes, like 3 reports, and they get banned.
Yeah. It's like
So-
heavy vetting now. It's to that point now that you're safe in that sense. Yeah.
And there's some dating
Oh.
apps that are super exclusive, like Raya. That one is for like quote unquote celebrities and B, C, D list celebrities and everything.
Right.
But you have to be approved to get on that app, and it's based on what I've been told is it's based on how many contacts you have in your phone of people that are already on the app.
Yeah. There was
So-
another one that I saw. It was called The League.
Yeah, I actually tried that one for a little bit. I've never actually met anybody on there, but
Mhm.
that was an interesting one. They used to do like these meetup mixer singles things where you could like go. I've never been to one.
Apply to it too, right?
I guess so. You might have had to.
Yeah. There's like an
I think
application
they
process
totally-
or something that I heard.
Yeah, and I think they must have accepted based on looks, which is kind of super awful.
Yeah. Superficial and all that.
Yeah, very superficial. I
Eh,
mean,
well.
a lot of the thing about dating apps is that it is inherently a little superficial, unfortunately, because you're looking at somebody and their picture, and you're not really getting to know much about them. You're just seeing like a blip here and there, a few pictures of like their activities or whatever they choose to share with you. And then you decide, oh, is this person? And honestly, most of the time when you're swiping like on Tinder or Bumble, whatever, you're just not even reading. You're just like looking at the first picture and you're like immediately like, nope, 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 yep. You know, and it's like really superficial, but I don't know.
I feel like that's always been like the weirdest part of like the dating game, even as long as like human beings have been dating. It's something where you base it solely. You could be seeing someone across the bar, or like, you know, you just happen to be in college and stuff like that, and the cute girl or like the cute guy is like way off in the distance, and you want to get to know them better just based on their looks. But this is a way of like multiplying that like in the exponential region of how easy it is to just judge someone on their looks. And I guess it's more isolated and less superficial when you have more of a like a physical aspect to it, like the person that you go to class with, you know, like that one girl you had a crush on in high school. Like
I think all dating is inherently superficial. I'm going to put that out there. But there are times when like you meet somebody in real life and it may not be somebody you're normally attracted to physically, but their personality, their charisma might like sweep you off your feet, and it immediately makes you feel an attraction to them physically because of what you've heard and experienced from them. So that's like traditional dating versus like online dating. Now it's like totally different. But one of the other things that I wanted to talk about was how, you know, when you are talking to people in real life, I know this is not about online dating, but how to tell if a girl likes you.
Or a guy likes you.
Or a guy likes you. And there was one thing that somebody said about how to tell if a girl likes you and to save yourself the trouble and the embarrassment for both of you if you try to ask them out. And Ian, do you remember what it was? It was about...
Yeah, it's like they gave like a scenario, and basically what it was is that you'd ask somebody, like you'd ask a girl, specifically girls. A guy had posted this and he was like asking for, or no, it was another girl posting this, asking a ton of her friends that are girls, like how you can get around the awkward stage of it. And so most of the time girls will say, oh, I'm busy. You know, you'll ask them, oh, you want to do something sometime? You want to get together sometime? It's like, oh, no, I'm busy. Here's an easy way of doing it is that you follow this form as best you can is, hey, I was wondering if you'd be free this day at blank PM and, you know, to get dinner with me. And
if a very specific time.
Yeah, be specific. Don't say you want to go grab a bite to eat. You know, say that you want to do it on a specific day at a specific time, letting her know that you have plans, right? That you have actually taken out all the guesswork out of it. You know, don't say you want to go to a movie sometime, pick the movie, you know, pick the dinner, go somewhere specific. And so when you do this and you say a day and a time, it kind of like isolates it. So that way, one, you're thoughtful, two, you know exactly what you want, and three, you're really asking her out. And if she says, oh, I'm busy, she's not interested. Stop. Just at that point, turn around, go somewhere else, ask someone the same exact question once you find interest in them. If they say that they're busy, but give you an alternative day to do it, perfect. Good. Yeah. That's the easiest way to like, yeah, that's the interest. So if they want to work with you and figure out a day that really works for the date that you want to go on with them, then they are interested in you. And then you save face. It's not so bad because it's better than it's better than asking, when are you free? Because it puts a girl in a corner. Like, don't do that. Like,
I think this is why people mainly turn to online dating or dating apps now instead, because this whole awkward situation of like getting rejected like that left and right is like crushing.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. It's like I played the rejection game a lot in like high school and college, and it was rough, but then at the same time it taught me how to talk to women. Like now it's like I just create the conversation and get them interested in me as a person, and if they're willing to like see where it can go, then, you know, they'll talk to me, they'll tap me, they'll figure out what they want to do. But it's not necessarily a situation where I just outright go, hey, you want to do something sometime? Hey, you're really pretty, I want to just take you out. That's too much. Like it's too confrontational, and that's not what women want most of the time. Like unless they're in a hurry. I don't know. Like, why did she go to the bar? You'll have to find out. So, but yeah. I wish there was a way. This is like personal wishful thinking. I wish there was a way
to tell how a guy wants to date you versus just wants to have sex with you.
Right.
That is such a problem here in LA.
Trying
my
to find
God.
the right intentions, the right what is it? What's the word I'm thinking? I can't even think of it right now.
If you guys have anyone listening or watching has any idea of a good way to figure that out, let us know.
Interested.
Yeah, let us know. 0 notifications on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Let us know. We also have Patreon. It's patreon.com/ZombiUnicorn, no Ian Zombie. And I just want to say real quick, shout out to our patrons. Italian Girl, Kude, wait. No, it's Kaulkarth.
Kaulkarth.
I was saying it wrong. And also Kyle. Thank you guys so much for supporting the podcast.
Actually, I think we have a fourth one. I think we have a fourth patron.
Oh.
Pretty sure.
Well, thank you guys so much for supporting. We want to do more shorter podcasts where we're covering like more just one topic and stuff. And this is kind of like a little test into that waters to see how we feel about it. But be sure to follow us on all the things: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Was there anything you wanted to touch on this, Ian? I mean, we have a lot more to talk about, but I feel like this is a good little chunk food for thought.
Super quick. What's the vegan equivalent of a steak dinner?
Oh, okay. All right. Vegan equivalent of a steak dinner. Like taking... All right. So if you swipe right on some vegan girl or guy, right, and you want to take them out to a nice dinner, just find a really fancy vegan restaurant and get them some prime USDA grade A tofu. All right? They'll love you for it.
Some USDA prime quinoa. Or some premium cut broccoli.
Premium cut broccoli. Some
28-day dry rub aged celery.
Some sous vide seitan.
That's good. Yeah.
Some medium rare tempeh.
Avocado toast instead
of rump roast. Yeah, avocado toast.
What is that even?
Cauliflower.
Just cauliflower anything.
Oh man, yeah. And here's a little tip from my own personal experience recently. If you're on a date with somebody and you're eating food or whatever, when you're ordering food and you order something and the other person says, "Oh, I'm allergic to that," maybe don't order that. One, because if you want to kiss them later, you're probably not going to be able to. And then two, you could, like, maybe it's a messy food. Maybe you accidentally cross-contaminate your food over to their food and then they get sick and then the date's ruined anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Pick up on those little tiny hints.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was good. That was a good little
anecdote squeezed in there. We'll have more. We're going to do, our next episode's going to be longer again as well. We have some interesting topics coming up, but if you guys like doing these like more focused, shorter podcasts, let us know. 0 notifications on everything. It's the number 0 and then the word notifications. But thank you guys so much for listening and watching, and we will see you, talk to you in the next episode.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah, the next episode.
It's the ZN notifications.
And 0 notifications. And you can actually follow Ian at IanMMori.
On Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah, and you can follow me at ZombiUnicorn. I'm sorry, the ZombiUnicorn. No Ian Zombie on everything. Oh, bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.